So, I looked things up. Turns out I'm completely wrong. That isn't a trophy from winning the tournament like you think there would be. I mean, we got that one trophy from the fist fights, we got that other trophy from the Gwent tournament. Nope, there's no trophy from winning the tournament. Oh no, it's from something else entirely. But I can't, but I respect it. We need to talk to, crap, I forgot her name again. Mandeline? You need to talk to her, but she's not in a talkative mood. She's still busy eating. So, we can't exactly do that yet.
I liked you from the start. Every Witcher I've known has been a swell lad.
Oh, is that so?
Greetings and welcome.
I was gonna be pissed if I talked to him. He was like, "Get out, you freak." I'd be like, "Wait, what?"
Welcome to Beauclair, City of Love.
Thank you, Strumpet.
So, what will it be?
If we're in that part of town.
Caught you,
And
you
here
little
we
fart.
are.
So how would you explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pates, we've always mud up to our ankles here.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle weather.
Fickle weather! I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morn, so folks will dirty their boots, go to you to get them cleaned.
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Leave him alone.
Just who the spit are you?
A Witcher, and I'd advise you to go back where you came from.
I thought witches defend men from monsters, not cheats from justice.
Need to talk to the boy.
You can chat to him all you like, after we tan his hide. So stand down.
Not gonna happen.
Won't it? Well, then we'll thrash you as well, which is all the same to me.
We'll break
He
your
punched my
legs,
Quinn.
vagrant.
Teeth! You to help scofflores and cheats.
Oh, that's great. It's like, hey, you actually hit me, Quinn. That's floating shield. It's pretty great. Shouldn't have punched the Quinn. The fact that triggers on first
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
Oh, hi guys.
I'm investigating the beast, on the Duchess's orders.
Ah, yes. We've heard of you. And these men, what are they doing?
Gain no asset to us.
Nothing really. Had a little misunderstanding. Figured it out though.
Uh-huh, I see. As the Duchess's protege, you may go. But this lot, that's another matter. You'll come with us. Some time in a cell ought to scare the dimwits out of you. Come on.
It could have been worse if I said they were getting in my way. Now then.
You're very good with your fists, sir. Wouldn't be looking for work, would you? We'd make a fine duo.
Yeah? How you imagine that working?
Splendidly. That's how. I suggest a partnership, where I see to the boots while you stand guard. And as
I'm
you're
not
the
a
stronger,
bodyguard.
come morn you take the chamber pot out and help me make mud.
Bit about the mud's true? They were right to want to box your ears.
I've got to make a living somehow, so what say you, sir? Partners?
Let me think about it.
Anyway.
Listen, I'm interested in a certain gentleman.
Oh, wait! Before we get to talking, please, take a seat.
But
Oh.
my boots are clean.
No,
In
they're
this
not.
city, no boots are clean unless they just come off my stand. A seat, sir, please.
Our boots are definitely not clean.
So then, who was it you wanted to ask about?
One of your patrons. Tall, elegant black frock. Not from around here.
An arrival? Indeed. I hear a faint bell ringing.
Of course
A
you do.
modest sum might make it sing out loud and clear.
How much?
Let's say 500 crowns.
500.
What? Gotta be kidding me. What would you even do with that kind of coin?
Expand my venture. I'm sure you can imagine. Have a proper stand with a big sign. I want a new box too. New polishes, new brushes. And if I've enough coin left, I'll buy a share in a launderer's. Get wastewater for free.
Well, there you go.
Got it all planned out.
I should think so. Capital is all I require.
Ours go. We could actually. But you know what? Nah.
Alright. Let's see if we can't figure something out.
You want 500? Here's 500.
See? I knew we'd clinch it.
Fine. Guess I can agree to that.
1,000 thanks. I shan't forget it. Now to the matter at
Boy, he's
hand.
gonna ruin
I
this
know the
town.
fellow you seek, though I don't know his name. A steady patron, gets his boots cleaned every few days. He's very good to me. Always pays me a premium.
Know where I might find him?
No, but you could wait here. Perhaps he'll stop by.
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't know where to find him? Or maybe notice which direction he came from?
When I clean boots, sir, I do not look up to see where folk come from. I clean.
It seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh, you're here. Feeling better?
I am, thank you. The local necropolis. The air does wonders for me. Now, if I might intercede, I dare say I've the right question to ask. Young man, you see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's Cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort, and piles more coin. I'm prepared to give you this vial if you tell me where the man we seek lives.
But you won't hurt him, will you? The gentleman's art, true, but he's kind.
In point of fact, he's a friend. Yet we had a falling out of sorts and would like to straighten matters out.
I leave his boots at the door of a house near the port. The door is red, but I do not know if the gentleman lives there.
Worth checking. Might happen on a lead.
Would you let me scrape the dirt off your kickers before you go? With all due respect, sirs, your boots could stand a cleaning.
Thank you. Perhaps later.
That boy's gonna rule this town.
Handled that kid pretty well.
Finding the right approach. That's the trick to dealing with children.
Yeah, saw that. Meaning, the right thing to bribe them with.
Is that?
Rump right and rosy. It always gives me.
Red door. One the boot black mentioned.
I was gonna look at the sign, but apparently we touched the door. How high? Oh, apparently he's got Raven Scouts too.
Won't budge. Gotta break it down.
Seems like a bad idea.
You might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum and holler, "Detlef, I'm coming for you." A bit more finesse, I implore you.
Let's hear your idea.
Give me a moment.
Nice. Ever consider becoming a burglar? Skill like that'd come in awful handy.
I considered it briefly, but ultimately concluded it would be terribly dull.
Well,
Come.
there you go. So he owns a toy shop. Oh god, he owns a creepy toy shop.
He here? Sense him?
No, he's not here, but he was here recently. His scent is still strong.
Let's look around.
Exactly. God, this place is creepy. I mean, look at that rock and roll. Just rocks on its own. Dolls.
Old toy. No use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime. Somebody fixed this recently.
Or like, I could set fire to it.
No dust mark. Somebody moved this here recently. Nice little trinket.
So I say all the clues are upstairs.
Attic. Let's go. So this is his nest. Need to look around.
Oh, I found one big clue right here.
Detlaff van der Eretain, you do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also of your weakness for the wench they call Renawed. Now you know this. We shall chain her down and let rats feed on her. We shall flay the skin from her flesh. Yet you can save her. You need but travel to Beauclair, where you shall slay 5 men in the manner we prescribe. You must complete the killing in 3 days. Fail, and the next letter you receive will contain a memento of your failure. Your beloved's finger.
There you have it. Proof positive Detlaff killed not of his own accord. A blackmailer sunk his claws into him.
Any idea what it could be? Detlaff have any enemies?
Indeed. Detlaff gains foes occasionally, but they never live long.
One might have managed to evade him.
Possible in theory, but I know of none. It would have to be someone devilishly dangerous. As you well know, having faced Detlaff yourself, whoever it is someone new.
So...
Who's Renawed?
His one-time lover. The sole human woman with whom he was very close. Because she accepted him. With her aid and care, he found a place for himself in this hostile world. She began the work that I strive to continue.
Ever meet her?
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him a time before he came around to save me, though he always claimed she'd gone missing.
Why do you think that? Any signs or clues to that effect?
None to be found. Apparently she disappeared one day. Her belongings disappeared with her. Not a scenario one associates with kidnapping. In my humble opinion, she left on her own. Scared off perhaps by a bout of Detlaff's rage that revealed his other, more monstrous side.
Detlaff have trouble letting go, accepting that she'd left him?
Is that so hard to believe? Do you know no humans who've struggled with just such a thing? And Detlaff is so much more emotional than most humans. Not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member of his pack. And one never leaves one's pack voluntarily.
Detlaff ever try to find her? I mean, if she was that important. Higher vampires have their ways, all kinds. Should have been easy as pie for him.
Geralt, as you rightly noted, we are vampires, not miracle workers. He searched for months on end before giving up. Clearly Renawed knew him all too well. Enough to cover her tracks, leave no way for him to find her.
Well, there you go.
Even if Renawed did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her this time.
Hard to argue with that. And hard to foresee what he's prepared to do to free her, get her back.
He's prepared to kill, that's clear.
As would you be for Yennefer. He kills for he cares for her deeply. And that blood, those individuals, they mean nothing to him.
So, he's killed how many? 4?
Yeah, I get it now. He's out to rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Right, so someone's blackmailing him. We know that. Still have no idea who. Need to look around some more.
Investigations.
Nice tune.
Indeed. I'm not certain why, but it reminds me of home. Our true home from before the conjunction of spheres.
Tools were used recently. Dettlaff unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
Woman's likeness. Bit smudged. That Renowed?
I don't know. As I said, I never met her.
Reminds me of someone.
Who?
Not sure. Can't help feeling I've seen that face before, though.
We have seen that face before, but we'll let Geralt get to that.
Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac-Peyrin, Count de Lacroix.
Dettlaff's victims, one and all. But that's not his hand.
Must have come from whoever wrote the letter.
Oh, there
All
you
of it
go.
written using the same ink. See the color? Ink was dyed with cinnabarite. Rare mineral, pretty much found only in...
Nazaire. But I fear it means very little. Anyone could have imported such ink.
Fair enough. Still worth remembering.
Look, this slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either. Especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
Geralt, you just mistaked yourself, though. It's stained with wine in Beauclair. This is Beauclair. I'm pretty sure any true wine savant in Beauclair could figure out which one it was, which one it is. Exactly.
Blackmailer. Kinda curious who it could be.
Why is that?
Regis. Somebody kidnapped a vampire's lover. Bold to begin with. Now they're forcing the vampire to kill. A vampire you yourself insisted no murderer. Blackmailer's skilled. Someone special.
Astute. Now that I think of it, I'm beginning to wonder if...
It's not one of your kind? Another vampire?
Precisely. The plot thickens.
Just a hypothesis. Wouldn't set my heart on it till we know more.
Right you are.
Let's sum up what we
Some
know.
stuff.
Seems Dettlaff's being blackmailed. Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazari ink. And not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Dettlaff's innocence, clearly.
Untrue.
Not how I'd put it. Doubt it's how the Duchess will see it either.
I trust you to convince her. And then...
What? Go on, don't be shy. See you've got it all figured out, including the grin I gotta wear.
It's a rather bold plan, but... Were we to find Renowed, we would strip the blackmailers of their hold on Dettlaff.
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot. But what about Dettlaff? He gonna go on killing while I'm out searching for his lover?
Well, we know there's
will
one
not.
more.
I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure him you're a friend seeking to help. I'll await him here. He's sure to return sooner or later.
Well, we know there's
Think
one
he'll listen?
He will.
more.
Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No, he'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear. I'd better stay alone. You must trust me on this.
Fine. Need to report to the Duchess first.
So be it. We'll await you here. Dettlaff and I both.
Greetings.
Oh, I missed one thing right there. No, we haven't even read that. Treasure the price you won't find us. Crispy called himself an eyebird spat in the face of chivalry. That's why he should not die over Sora's hand by turning for his dishonor on the town brewery. So Rogan should die a rogue's death. Then while Crown Crispy got what he deserved, Rama Deluxe, they thought he was smarter than New Penny, always issue his judgment for both people's futures and necks. So should die like a fool along with no weapon and dark hour of a broken neck. Captain LaCroix committed faces of answer over his love for money, tore to shreds the hearts of those who trust him. That's why he would come to peace and attach the coin ports company the search to his body. An alternate victim is mentally Payran. Each should have shown valor in the defense of the tenants and turned to be the greatest coward of the Brewcare knighthood. That's why he must die like a coward. You come during the tournament, and the hell hunt commences. The Duke of Garden is meant to be the hell. He will escape like a coward, then you will hunt him down and kill him just like a hunter kills a coward. Usually not pay my rent. For the premise used for shopkeeper in the minute corner. Spent already Sam's if I get the premise within 7 days. All December. Okay.
Here's some free advice.
Well, we knew we brought to the Duchess now.
No reason to live. Live
Our
to spite
blood's worth less than mine.
Oop. Yep. I'm going to heave.
So basically, someone's kidnapped a vampire's lover and he's out here just murdering people because he thinks they'll actually help.
Some
You wanna know how those things go? Even if you do it, you probably still won't see the victim. They still have leverage if you do such. Like, yeah, they might come to harm if you don't do it, but if you still do it, they probably won't see him ever again still. I think I could just fast travel, but
A witcher.
I could just waltz through and explore the city in the meantime too. Cause I mean, the city. For example, yeah. Well, I was gonna say, isn't this the place that I got those clothes from? Diamonds. There's no one here. Why is it about high? There you are.
Ah, welcome back to our northern dandy.
Yeah, you're the guy with
All jests aside.
I'm more than...
You're that guy with fancy clothes. Right. Never mind. That'll be all for now.
Thanks. Think that's all I need for now.
Ever your servant, sir.
I was gonna say there isn't even a merchant market on top of you. That's inconvenient. Statues.
Long live Duchess Anna Henrietta!
Now then.
Do monsters have mamas and papas?
At a later
Doth one ennoble, sloth
date,
doth one
there's there's some people around here.
I think I shall say tittle it all and go hurt shit.
But I'm not sure if they're here just yet. I mean, I'm looking around, but I can't have them up far enough yet. Don't think I am. So you can't really explore the powers, though. bothers me a bit. Okay, now I might be finally up.
Long live our gracious ruler, Her Illustrious Highness Anna Henrietta!
The quill mightier than the sword.
As far as I can't tell, I can't remember sadly which balcony they're on. Think I could wander here aimlessly for a couple, though.
Est flows in the veins of
Yes, a face no ointment could
Like, I would assume it would be like someplace over here, though. There's more over here. I don't even know. I think it's probably later in the game, though. Probably. But yeah, basically we were looking to see if Vivlin and Skillamane were here. They show up at some point. I do not remember when.
I do what they pay me to do. That's it.
Because, I can remember the feeling like something like that.
The guard brings peace to our domains. Flout its writ and rot in chains.
But I don't see anything. I don't see anyone
Yes, a
over there.
face no ointment could help.
Like the could keep looking.
The Duchess and the chivalric code.
Well, we've entered one room with the palace anyway. Oh. Wow. We're just looking around for trouble now, aren't we, Gavin?
What exactly do you do here?
I wander aimlessly. Is there these out here?
The guard brings peace to our domains. Flout its writ and rot in chains.
I'm just, you know, wandering around exploring.
none of which are suitable to show myself in.
Phew, stinky.
Yes, it's finally time to head up now.
The guard. The palace is secure.
And what of the funeral?
Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher.
I was not mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
Thanks,
Step
buddy.
aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Well, it's complicated.
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast? I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster and you return with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Ha! Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its
I'm
heart.
going to slap you.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
And Buckthorn?
But
When I was a child, Grandmama Ademarta always claimed Buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job
He said
done,
something about
because
the
only a higher
silver
vampire can
algae
truly
and
kill
the
another of
garlic
its
algae
kind.
on that one note about the vampire, but that was a lesser
Excuses.
vampire.
Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
Go ahead. Send them to their death. Certain death.
To a lone Witcher, perhaps. To 40 of my men-at-arms, but another skirmish.
40, 50, 100, doesn't matter. Won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my guardsmen in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different. Unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What, then, do you intend to do?
It's way beyond being some monster. This is a powerful being that's walked the world for centuries.
Tja, impossible. If so great is their power, why have they not killed or enslaved us all?
Don't usually meddle in our matters. Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or the other.
And they do not fear we shall wipe them out one day.
No.
They'd probably be pretty amused if you asked them that. They're well aware of their strength.
Then what can we do? Do you have a plan?
Try to talk to him. That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a Witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it. Ha!
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free. Or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
Which is why that's my aim now, to prevent further attacks. Vampires only half the problem. Blackmailers at fault chiefly. Kidnapped the woman to control the vampire.
And what do you propose to do?
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. Soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right.
Yeah, it's also...
Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead.
It's
A
also
few
something
scraps
I
of
could
paper.
very
Blackmailer wrote the
kill,
names of the
so-
vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
Now remember what I said?
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier. Hop, hop!
Exactly.
In Tucson,
What?
wine is sacred.
Yep.
Here there is no such thing as a drop of wine, or stains therefrom. They are stains from a drop of Est, Ervelus, Fiorano.
See?
Your Grace wished to
Exactly.
see me.
Wine is important.
Witcher, show him the paper scrap.
It's
Then what
just
can
a
you
stain of
determine which wine made this stain?
Of course he can. You have to know your wines in this place.
Yes, yes. The west bank of the Sarre too. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high. It's simple. Sarreal, the 1269 vintage.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Ravello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some Sonreal was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
So, what about this wine?
Never heard of it.
It's highly unlikely you've ever had a chance to partake of it. As I said, it is only ever served to the ducal family.
Didn't stop it from ending up on that scrap of paper. Unless your Grace's sommelier is mistaken.
In matters of wine, Benoit is never mistaken. If he says it's Sonreal, it is Sonreal. We must ride to Castel Ravello at once. Discover what has happened.
What do you mean, we?
Wait. Your Grace wants to go with me? Out of the question.
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our ducal hiney and do nothing while our duchy is in grave danger.
Your Grace, what you propose is far too dangerous. The Witcher should go along.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something. But I've made my decision. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escorts. You, Captain, and Geralt. We will travel incognito. We've no wish to give the court any reason to gossip. For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not your Grace.
Yes, Your Grace.
Well, there you go.
Witcher, are you ready?
Oh, might as well.
Ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing. Then we will be off.
Yeah, and that just got to no, she's gonna join us on our quest of investigation. Yeah, my horse, so it gets big. Look at this giant head just hanging off the side of it. But it does give me more speed from combat. Which I'm not sure all well helps that much. I think most ways become some quest anymore anyway.
This vampire, have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Now then.
Know of a man who
Oh yeah, the horse. It's like, is it downhill? Don't think it's downhill. That one, but... maybe some characters. But I can't remember his name. Maybe it was you. Autopsy. After my OCC and shifting the blame to another suspect for not for the witcher's cowardly. Yet I figured out it was the true murderer, but I to learn he was also a powerful vampire. Yes, this guy. Remember how he was like, I am a higher vampire. Yet he turned into, what was it, a catacan? Yeah, it was either a catacan or... what was the other one? A Necamar. But still. Because apparently the game doesn't consider him actually a higher vampire, even though he's like, I'm a higher vampire. Game's like, no, you're just a catacan or Necamar or whatever. Anyway.
Defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
Panthers have attacked the wagon! We must help!
Stay back, your grace. We shall see to this. Help! Save us!
We must save.
Back, you beast! Begone!
I guess it.
Done. Time to move on.
Why you just use it to one hand?
If not for you, we'd have been done for.
They were
Thank
fortunate
you.
we happened.
You saved our lives.
Hooray!
Welcome to the capital of Toussaint.
Go,
It's
go.
I guess it's a one-handed sword, but at the same time, he uses it.
Tell me more about this vineyard, Castel Ravello.
It's the best in all Toussaint. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it. Fabrizio.
He trustworthy?
He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem. Till now. I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt. The Sonreal stain, how did it wind up on the paper? Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Could be a servant. Could be the steward. Could be the wine was just stolen from the estate.
We shall know when we arrive. It's not far now.
Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed.
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabrizio. I am well.
Your Grace? We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you to Castel Ravello?
Came to see you. Got some questions.
In this land, it is seen as polite to introduce oneself before asking any questions.
My bad.
This is Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. He has come to Toussaint on my personal invitation.
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Of course, Your Grace.
Did you hear that, Witcher? Fabrizio will be delighted to answer your every question.
Want to talk about Sonreal?
I am at your service.
Some of this wine might have been stolen. Just a suspicion we have, but any burglaries lately?
Burglaries? Not to my knowledge. And a few days past I took stock of the inventory. All was accounted for.
The barrels lie safely in the cellar, I assure you.
Who hauls the barrels to the palace?
We've our own garrison. Guards who have served here for years and would answer with their heads for the wine.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
Your Grace? How am I to understand this?
Master Fabricio, we have proof someone's gained access to Sonreal. Someone who should not have. Which means one of two things. Either you lie to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it. In either case, you shall answer for it.
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers.
Well, there you go.
Remind me, where is this Sonreal stored?
In the main cellar, around the corner. I'll show you.
I shall find it. Give me the key to the cellar and wait here.
Oh, of course, Your Grace. Here it is.
Come, Witcher.
Well, definitely put you in your place.
We shall wait here, Master Fabricio.
What if Fabricio's blackmail?
By the way, I was gonna say, have I been here? I have been here. But not fully.
Vampire. Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I wouldn't.
I was thinking we were going over here. So obviously there's something important about that. I mean, look how big it
I
is.
suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabricio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Ravello. Only then did he come into his own.
Herp.
So where do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is. Barreling. Everything lines up at first glance. Neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
1269 vintage. That's Evolus.
Ervelus. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
Well, there you go. History of Estes. Estes is a bit too overdone, I think. Hey, speaking of Estes.
Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
Fiorano. Dandelion's favorite. Adores it.
Ah, yes. That sophisticated palate of his.
The Palmino design. Enjoy the fame of Estes, or you can never lose. Speaking Palmino.
Got Pomino over here.
Palmino. She doesn't even comment on it. Just meh.
Sonreal. Barrels are dated 1268.
Close, but not quite the right year.
Either this side or the other side. Nope.
Saint-Réal. 1270 vintage.
That's the wrong year. Keep looking.
It's over hill. There we go.
Right here. 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Full. This one's full too.
This one is full.
This one's full too. Full. This one's full too. Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of Saint-Réal? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
Ready. We can start.
Well, time to taste all the wine.
Ready.
Step aside.
Yeah, we won't know what Sangaro tastes like, so...
So?
Those hints of spice. Distinctive. This is Saint-Réal.
I forget which one it is. So, time to get a bit sloshed on all the wine. But I was gonna say it's probably on the middle. But nope.
Revolting, bitter plonk.
Could have gone sour while aging.
Impossible. This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
We should drag the barrel out and toss it at him.
Master Fabricio, I am very disappointed.
But your grace,
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Saint-Réal. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own?
Well, you're not gonna be a nobleman now.
I shall tell you everything, if you agree to show me mercy.
Who'd you sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the Pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Saint-Réal. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name?
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed to hail from Sintra.
I've no Sintrian aristocrat at court.
Really thought nobody'd find out.
I was a fool, very foolish. I beg you, Your Grace, you must forgive me.
Wine itself. How'd you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men. The kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
That's it? That the last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed. A messenger arrived. He said they wished to buy another barrel and, well, I've prepared it. Have it ready to deliver.
Well, there you go.
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take Master Fabrizio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime. High treason the charge.
Just because, you know, wine. It's high treason.
What now, Witcher?
We set a trap. Need to catch the wine thieves. Sentry and Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
I need the
See no
variable.
reason to wait. Let's get going.
We will set out now. Position ourselves before you arrive. You take the cart and meet us there.
Fine. When the handoff begins, watch for my signal.
It's only in this video, it's getting a bit long. Like, I just need an interval to save and there's the horses rendering.
Relax. Now we wait.
Look like bandits.
Ah, our favorite vintner.
Not quite. Stop.
It's not him.
We'll teach you discipline. Don't let him gain momentum. You done for murderer.
Damn, you're ugly.
Get me over now, dick. Anyway, we'll continue this fight in the next video. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all. Have a nice day.